Hey there, abiding fam, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you back to summer as I journal about a day on my Dominican Republic vacation that I went on with my mom. If you're interested, I do have an entire vlog style video of our vacation together. It was a super fun time this past summer. And on this particular day, we went to a place called the 27 Waterfalls, in which you could jump and swim through the different waterfalls, and I do have that in the video as well. But obviously, I didn't want to just have the video to remember this time, but also my words and my art, and so that is why I also went to my journal and decided that I would bring out my watercolors for this one to kind of play off of the whole feeling of the water, and I just thought it would be a great way to capture that. So for this watercolor, I'm using my Prima watercolors, and this is in the classic set, so a really great beginner set. And then I also wanted to really bring out the shimmer and the way that light plays off of the water by bringing in some of my Fine-Tech watercolors as well. And so I'm just doing this really pretty shimmery blue and also some of the white as well. And that's going to just give it a really beautiful shimmer and make it more so look like it's moving and has that sunlight reflecting on it. And so I just think that little touch really brought it to life. And unfortunately, the way videos are, it never seems to quite capture the beauty of metallics and glitter and watercolors like this, but it is so beautiful in person, and I love the way that it turned out. And as for the watercolor brush, I'm using a brush from my Mimic set, and I love these watercolor brushes. I think they are just really fabulous. If you're thinking about buying watercolor brushes, I really recommend these Mimic ones. I've had them for over a year now, and they're my go-to when I want to bring out an actual watercolor brush versus a lot of times when I'm doing very quick work, when I'm not really painting. I typically go for my aqua brushes where you fill it with water, but if I want to do more authentic painting, I bring out these Mimic watercolor brushes. And these are just great because they're not super cheap and beginner level, but they're not crazy expensive professional ones either. They're a really good in between. And so I'll have them linked down below if you're interested, but I've really enjoyed using these, and it comes in a really great variety in terms of the set. And the one that I was using was a number 8 in round. So if you're looking to just start out with one single brush for watercolor, then I would recommend something in the size 8 or 10, maybe 6. But yeah, you want to stay kind of in that zone because those are going to be your most versatile ones. So obviously I went in and added in some alpha letters, wrote out 27 waterfalls over 2 pieces of washi tape, and then I'm bringing out this washi that I've talked about before because I've used it a lot in my journaling because I love it so much. And in this particular spread, I'm cutting out the different botanicals from it. I got this from wish.com. It is a super big, large washi, and so it just works really well to cut things out of it and use it as a sticker. But you can also use it to totally cover things using the full strip as well, like I did in my faith journal, the first video of that. I can link for you guys, and you can see how I used it in that case. But it's super versatile washi tape, and it is so pretty. I love how the background really just blends in with whatever is behind it, so it looks totally transparent and almost like you just drew those botanicals over it. So I liked how doing it this way gave it the effect as if you're kind of peeking through the different flowers and plants and seeing the waterfall kind of in the distance. So that was what I was going for there. And then I just brought in a few photos from this as well. Obviously I have the video, so in terms of what it looks like, I have really great footage from that, but I just wanted a few photos in here as well. And then the real gem of having this journal entry is going to be the words and actually writing out, you know, my experience, because yes, I can relive things through video, but when I'm reliving it through watching it, later on in life, I'm really reliving it as I'm experiencing it in that moment, right? I'm not remembering it as I did when I was 24 years old with my mom enjoying it. So that's one of my favorite things about journaling and recording things in your own words in the moment, because you're capturing your exact feelings about that moment or that time or that experience when it happened, and in the perspective of you in the moment of it. So I just think that's such an incredible, cool thing about journaling and about just writing in general, that you can really capture who you were in that time and see life again through your eyes. Just on that note, it makes me think of, when I read back through old journals, I'm talking like 6th grade diary level journals, and just reading things through my eyes in that time period is, one, hysterical, but it's just amazing, how you can take yourself back to, what was I thinking? What were my priorities? What were my goals? What did I think about most often when I was that age? And this journal is going to be that for me when I'm older too. I'm going to be able to look back at this and say, what were my thoughts in my 20s? What were my greatest loves? What were the things that I most enjoyed doing? What was my experience of this vacation or that time with friends? It's going to be just so special to have this. And for that reason alone, I just think everybody should journal and have that to be able to look back on, because it really is so special. And that doesn't even include the benefits that it brings you in the moment of doing it, the creative outlet and the therapy of it. It's just so many reasons. There's so many reasons to love to journal, and those are just a few of mine. So obviously on this page I brought back a large strip of the washi to tie it together with the other page, and I'm just putting down a few photos. This was from later in the day, so we first went to see the waterfalls, and then we had our afternoon and evening back at the resort, and so those photos are from just later in that day. And I decided I'd bring in some stickers from this fun summer set. These are super old stickers that I got from my mom. They were just old scrapbooking ones. She didn't want any more, so that's something I really like to bring into my journaling. It kind of sometimes takes on a more scrapbooky vibe, because that's my roots, because that's what my mom loved to do, and that was my first experience in crafting, was scrapbooking with her and just, learning from her. So that's why a lot of times you kind of see me go back to those roots of scrapbooking. So that's it, guys. I then, finished out that journaling, and I also wanted to draw a little arrow pointing to the other page so you could see how they connected. And speaking of my mom, she is home, and so you can probably hear her in the background talking to my dog. Yep. Did you hear that? She loves her dog. Alright guys, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and check out all of my other journal with me's. If this is one of the first ones you're seeing, or if you've seen just a few of them, I have over 20 journal with me's here on my channel now, and so I definitely recommend you check them all out for even more inspiration. And I'll look forward to seeing you in more journal with me's and more journal, bullet journal, art, sometimes books and other fun things related videos. So be sure to subscribe and join our abiding fam for that. Thank you so much to my patrons who make all of this possible. I could not do it without them. They are what keep me going and making it possible for me to share all of this awesome free content with you all. So be sure to thank a patron. And of course, you can always become a patron too. For either $2 or $6, you get tons of free content, including over 30 printables for your journals, as well as over 20 videos just like this one, and other fun content is over there as well. So I hope you'll check it out. The link is down below. Alright fam, until next time, I hope your day is full of abiding joy, love, and of course, creativity.